Hello everyone, welcome back once again to my YouTube channel. My name is Usetale. On today's tutorial video, I'm going to be sharing with you guys how to cut and sew this 720 degrees flare peplum. All you need to do is to tie it around your waist just like this and you are good to go. So if you're interested in learning how to sew this beautiful peplum, keep on watching, subscribe to the channel and let's get started. So guys, to sew the peplum, I'm going to be making use of this beautiful African print that I have right here. I will also be making use of this black lining. The African print, I have it to be 2 yards and also the lining piece is 2 yards. So before we go ahead to start, I will be using this white paper here to share with you guys how to go about dividing your waist measurement. Note that a 720 degrees flare is a combination of two 360 degrees flare. And for a 360 degrees flare, to get your round waist measurement, let's say for example, my round waist measurement is 28 inches. You're going to divide it by 4. So when I do that, I'm going to have 7 inches. This is for a 360 degrees flare. And I told you that we're going to be needing 2 of 360 degrees flare to get our 720 degrees flare. So for a 720 degrees flare, I'm going to divide my round waist measurement, which is 28, by 8. You divide your round waist measurement by 8, okay? So for the 360, we divide it by 4, but for 720, we're going to divide it by 8 and you have 3.5. So this 3.5 here is what I'll be using to draft my flare when I'm drafting on my pattern paper, because I'm going to be drafting two 360 degrees flare. Okay, so that's what I'm going to do. So by the time I join the two 360 degrees flare together, I'm going to have my 720 degrees flare. Okay, so guys, that is it. That is how to calculate your waist measurement. Now to sew the peplum, I'm going to first draft it out on my pattern paper. So this is the pattern paper I will be using. So let me just open it up. You can see it's a full piece like this, but I went ahead to fold it together into 2 and I fold it again. So this pattern paper now is folded into 4. Okay, now let's go ahead and draft the flare on the pattern paper. I'm going to be making use of 3.5 inches for my waist measurement. 3.5 inches is my round waist measurement divided by 8, but I'll add extra half inch to that, so I'll be making use of 4 inches. I'm going to be taking the waist measurement at this area here. You can see how that area looks like. So just place your tape rule in the form of a curve, just like this, and you're going to make a mark where your 4 inches is. Now I'll measure from the beginning here to that mark. What I have is 2.5 inches. Now I'm going to use 2.5 inches to create a curve. So make sure that the tip of your tape is at that point and you're going to keep marking 2.5 inches in a curved way just like this. After you're done doing that, you will connect the dots together. So guys, this is what you're going to have. Now you're going to measure around the curve to be sure it is up to 4 inches. After I was done measuring, I had exactly 4 inches, guys. In a situation whereby after measuring it's not up to 4 inches, you will just increase it a little bit. If it is more than 4 inches, you're going to reduce it a little bit. So that's how to go about that. Now, the next thing I'm going to do is to take the length of my peplum. So I'm going to make use of length of 8 inches. I'll place my tape on the line there and I'll mark 8 inches. So I'm going to move my tape forward a little bit. Make sure that the tape is following that first curve and you're going to keep marking 8 inches. Did you see what I'm doing? So just make sure that the tip of your tape is following the first curve and you keep moving it forward little by little and you keep marking 8 inches, which is the length of your peplum. So you're going to do this all the way to the other end. So guys, you can see this is what you're going to have after doing that. Now you're going to connect the dots together just the way you see me doing. So guys, after you're done doing that, this is what you have. Now you're going to go ahead to cut this out. So this is a 360 degrees flare. You can see I opened it up for you guys to see. I'm going to be cutting two of these when I'm cutting on fabric, so that by the time I join it together, I will have 720 degrees flare. Now let's go ahead and cut this out on our fabric. So just open up your fabric like this, and you're going to fold it together just like this. You fold it like this. After you're done folding, guys, you're going to fold it again. You will fold it again. Did you just see what I did? So what I basically did right now is that I folded this fabric into four, just the same way I folded the pattern paper. Now I'm going to place the pattern paper on it to be sure it's up to what I need. So just reduce it a little bit, and you're going to iron this out. So after doing that, now you place your pattern paper on it. Make sure that you place it to be exactly on it. Then you're going to pin it down with your pin. So guys, after you're done pinning, now you're going to cut. When you're cutting, you will leave half inch before you cut your fabric. You can see I gave it half inch sewing allowance, and you're going to give half inch sewing allowance to this end here as well. So this is what you're going to have. Now I'm going to use this to cut out another one because I need two of it, and I will also cut two of the lining pieces. This is what I had after I was done cutting everything, guys. You can see I have two of the flare for my actual fabric. So I have two of them, and I also have two as the lining pieces. So this is what you are going to have. Now the next thing I'm going to do now is to iron hairstay to all these pieces. So this is hairstay. This is called hairstay. There's a side here that has a gum, and the other side does not have gum. I will be ironing the side that has gum to my pieces. So just go ahead and open up your fabric on the table. This is the wrong side. You're going to place the hairstay on top of it. Make sure that you place the side that has the gum on top of your fabric. Then you're going to iron this out very well. So just go ahead and iron it out and trim it out. Then you will do the same thing to all the other pieces. So this is what I had after I was done ironing. I'm just going to trim out the excess. You can see this is what you're going to have after trimming. So this is it, guys. This is going to make it thick a little bit and have some kind of weight. Now I'm going to iron hairstay to all these other pieces. This is what I had after I was done ironing hairstay to all the pieces. So this is it. As you can see, this is what you're going to have it looking like. Now the next thing I'm going to do is to cut one side of this fabric open. I'm just going to cut one of the side open like this, and this is what you're going to have it looking like. You can see how it looks like. So go ahead and cut this other one as well. You also cut the lining pieces. Now that I'm done cutting them, guys, the next thing I'm going to do now is to join the two actual fabrics together. So I'm just going to place the actual fabric together like this, and I will take it to my sewing machine. I will just join it together. So go ahead and join it. Then you will do the same thing to the lining pieces. So just place them together like this, and you're going to take it to the sewing machine and join it. This is what I had after I was done joining. You can see I open up the seam and I iron it flat. So this is what you're going to have it looking like. You can see I have one piece now. It's now one piece, and I did the same thing to the lining piece. So this is it. I'm just going to go ahead and measure the waist for you guys to see. So just place your tape and measure around the waist just like this. You are going to see that you have exactly your waist measurement. So when I was done measuring, I had 29 inches, which is my round waist measurement plus extra 1 inch. So that 1 inch is going to be for the sewing allowance. So this is what you're going to have. Now I'm going to sew the fabric and the lining piece together. So just place the end here together just like this. Then you're going to pin it down. So you're going to keep doing this. Place the actual fabric and the lining piece together. Make sure you align it very well, and you're going to keep pinning it together just the way you see me doing until you do it to the other end. So guys, this is it. This is what you're going to have after you are done pinning it together. You can see there is excess lining. Don't worry, it's always like that. You can always cut it off. So this is it guys. Now take it to the sewing machine. I'm just going to sew it all the way to the other end here. So I'm on my sewing machine guys. I just wanted to show you guys how I'm going to join it together. It is not something difficult. So just keep sewing it like this. Did you see what I'm doing? You're going to remove your pin, and you're just going to keep sewing until you get to the other end. So guys, this is what you're going to have after you're done sewing. You can see I'm just going to trim out this excess lining that I have here. So just go ahead and trim it off. Now after you're done doing that, I will also trim out of this sewing allowance. So just trim it out a little bit. It's too bulky. Just cut out of it just the way you see me doing. Now after you're done doing that, we are going to top stitch it. So you're just going to open it up just like this. You place it on your sewing machine. I'll top stitch it to the lining side. So you're just going to face it to your lining. Make sure it is facing your lining. Then you're going to sew on it. You're going to keep sewing on it all the way till you get to the other end. It can be a bit difficult, but just be patient while you're doing it. This is actually going to make it be very flat. By the time I iron it out, the lining is not going to be popping out. So that's the essence of doing this. You can see what I have right now. So this is what you're going to have it looking like. Now I'm going to take you to the table, and we're going to iron this out very well. So just go ahead and iron it out very well.
Hold me close till I get up. Time is barely on our side. I don't wanna waste what's left. The storms we chase are leading us, and love is all we'll ever trust.
So guys, this is what you're going to have after you're done ironing. You can see how it came out so pretty. It's already looking so pretty guys. So this is what you're going to have. Now the next thing I'm going to do is to join these sides together. You're just going to flip it to the back just like this. Then you're going to join it. Then you will do the same thing to the other side here. Just flip it to the back, and you're going to join it together as well. This is what I had after I was done joining the two sides. As you can see, I also iron it flat. Another thing I did is I just sew it together at the top here. So I just sewed it together. So that's what you're going to do. So this is it. Now the next is for me to attach the band. I'm going to be making use of this fabric. I've already prepped it to an extent. Don't worry. I'm going to explain to you how I did it. So I have it to be um times 2 of my waist measurement. So this is my waist measurement. So I have another 28 inches, 29 inches. So what I have is times 2 of my waist measurement. So that is it. I already went ahead to iron hairstay to the fabric, as you can see, and I fold it together like this, and I ironed it out. So I have the fabric to be almost 5 inches wide. You can see what I have. So I folded it together and ironed it. So what I have is like 2.5 inches wide. So this is what you're going to have. Now the next thing I'm going to do is to place it together just like this. I'm going to take my round waist measurement divided by 2. So the round waist measurement divided by 2 is 14 inches. I'm just going to mark 14.5 inches. You're going to add extra half inch to your measurement. So I'll be marking 14.5 inches. I'm just going to make a cut on it, just like a half-inch cut, you can see. So this is what you're going to have. So after you're done doing that, now I'm going to fold this to the wrong side. So from this cut now that I have, I'm going to sew it. I'll just sew it just like this. Then I'll sew it to meet the cut. I'll end where the cut ends. Then I'll do the same thing to the other side here. So just fold it to the wrong side. You're going to sew just like this. This is what you're going to have after you are done sewing. You can see. So this is it. I'm just going to trim out of the sewing allowance. So just trim out of it a little bit. It's too bulky. So just trim out of it just like that a little bit. Then after you're done doing that, you're going to flip it to the right side. So I'm just making use of my scissors to do this. So go ahead and flip it to the right side just like this. Then you're going to point out the sharp edge. So use your scissors to point out the sharp edges. Then you're going to do the same thing to this other side here. So guys, after you're done doing that, now you're going to iron this out. So just iron it out just like this. So this is it. This is what you're going to have. Now this end here, this other side here, I'm going to iron it just the way you see me doing. You're just going to fold it in. So fold it in like this and you're going to iron it out. Did you see what I'm doing? So just fold it in like that and iron it just like the way you see me doing. So guys, after you are done doing one side, you will do the same thing to the other side. Fold it in and iron it flat as well. After you're done doing that, this is what you're going to have it looking like. Can you see how it is looking like? So this is how it is supposed to look like. Now I'm going to fold it together just like this. Then I will mark the middle. So just use your chalk to mark the middle of it just like this, guys. Now I'm going to bring the flare. I'll fold the flare together as well. Then I'm also going to make a notch at the middle of the flare. Now I'm going to place the middle of my flare with the middle of the band. Just like that. You place it inside. Place it inside just like this. Then you're going to pin it down with your pin. Make sure that you place it inside by about ½ inch before you pin it down just like this. Now you're going to keep doing this. So just place your flare inside of the band about ½ inch. Then you're going to pin it down. So continue to do this until you get to the end. So guys, you can see I've gotten to the end of this area here. You can see how it looks like. Now I will do the same thing to this other side. So just place your peplum inside of the band and pin it down. After you're done pinning, this is what you're going to have it looking like. Now you're going to take this to your sewing machine. You're just going to sew it. So just sew it all the way to the end just like that. This is what I had after I was done sewing, guys. So this is how it looks like. Can you see how clean it is looking like? Even from the back looks so clean as well. So this is how it is supposed to look like. This is how to go about cutting and sewing a 720 degrees flare peplum. Let me know what you think about this video in the comment section. Let me know if it's a tutorial you're going to be trying out, and I cannot wait to see how yours is going to come out. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you all in my next video.